Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. Welcome back, welcome if you're new. We are going to do a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the full moon in Aquarius. So it's for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, or anywhere you have Sagittarius that you feel is relevant, or if somebody else has Sagittarius in their chart and it feels relevant, then it is for you. So the full moon in Aquarius is tomorrow, August 8th. Don't get tripped up on the timing of it. Even if you watch it after the full moon, there still could be messages for you. So let's see, they're just general messages and what you need to know. So we have two sixes that came out. First, the Six of Cups, and then the Lovers, which is a 6. 6 is a number of balance, harmony, love, peace. The Six of Cups is all about nostalgia, things coming back from the past. Could be people from the past coming back. You're meeting up with old friends or old love interests or family. Could be also inner child stuff. But we do have the Lovers, so it could be a love connection, someone that you used to connect with, coming back around. I also feel like it's a remembrance, too, really what I get. A remembrance of when you were a child, like, who did I... It's like, because when we're children, we're like a lot more, we're, you know, depending on your situation, but in general, children are a lot less encumbered by things that adults are worried about, and you know, they're less, adults are more jaded. Children are less jaded, no matter what they've been through. They're still open emotionally and energetically, more so than adults. So it feels like when you were a child, you used to dream about the type of person that you would want to be with. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And so it's like this resurgence of believing that that can be possible for you, right? And somehow getting some kind of intuitive hits or intuitive messages, or it's, you know, like I said, you could have a past life with somebody and you're feeling this energy, or you meet somebody and they evoke these things in you. It's like, I feel like I've known you before, or you're realizing it about someone that you already know. I think we have a past life together. Or again, it's just like somebody from your childhood or somebody from the past coming back. You have a love connection, whether you had a love connection back then or not. It feels like there is one now. It's also maybe just, like I said, realizing what you want in relationship and in love, and it connects to how you used to feel about love when you were a child. We have the Three of Wands. This is about waiting for your ships to come in. To me, this feels like searching. You've been searching for that person since you were a child. Maybe that's what it is too. That's actually the message I'm getting. This one. And Temperance, here you are, Sag. Balance, emotional alchemy. It's like knowing that there is that one person for you. Angel of Patience, too, is what I'm getting. You see the wings behind him? That's known as the Angel of Patience, the Temperance card. It's like you've got to be very patient. Perhaps you feel like it took a long time for you to find this person, or to believe it to be true, or to... Yeah, you've been working to manifest a certain type of person or a certain person. Six of Swords. It's about travel. I feel like that's travel. You've had to travel to see them, or to meet them, or, you know, it's like movement of some kind. You've had to move away. Well, I mean, it is moving away from mental conflict towards more calm, peaceful thoughts. It's another 6, right? So we have 3 6s out. Don't be discouraged by the 666. It's all what you believe. I never get discouraged about that, believing it's like, you know, whatever everyone else wants to say it is. So it's all what you believe. So it's about movement forward, or traveling to... I'm feeling past life stuff, you know. It feels like it's coming through. It's like you've been searching for this person throughout different lives that you've lived or you've experienced, or this is what's coming through. Two of Pentacles, juggling and balancing. And the Hierophant. Going back and forth. perhaps you've had to go back and forth between two different places in terms of living, or I mean, but the Hierophant is a very spiritual number. This is also about like being guided, being spiritually guided, like a mentor, a teacher. The Wheel of Fortune. There's such like elusive, auspicious energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about good luck and good fortune. The wheel turning. It's almost like I feel like you turned this wheel yourself. Like you jumped into a timeline that you didn't expect or believe that you would. Yeah, there's like a lot of spiritual lessons in this new timeline. It's almost like something happened in your life where it put you on this new timeline, but it wasn't expected. And when I say timeline, I just mean like energetically lining up with certain things or certain people. Because, you know, we all have free will and we all can choose who we choose to be around. It's like, I feel like your life was like already planned. Okay, I'm trying to put this into words that make sense. When we come into these bodies as souls, right, as spirit, spiritual energy, right, consciousness, we generally have a path that we are meant to go down and lessons we're meant to learn. So I feel like something happened where you made a conscious decision to change something about your life that wasn't expected. It's almost like, you know, she has dice around her neck. It's like you rolling the dice, right? You kind of took a gamble and you chose to go down a path that you wouldn't have necessarily like have chosen otherwise, but there's something about your energy in that, like your soul is learning new lessons. I feel like it's your soul's learning new lessons you weren't expecting to learn. Because we have the Chariot energy, which is about accomplishment, achievement. It's a very spiritual card too. It's like achieving something spiritually. The Tower. Yeah, you completely destroyed like things that it's like you kept learning. It's like you did so well learning the lessons that it put you into the new path, because it was like, oh, well, this is like coming in as a soul. If you have lessons to learn, which is like our karma, right? Depending on like I mean, we can create karma in this life too, but this is like from past lives or consciousness. If like we're coming in and we're learning certain lessons, like we have specific lessons that each soul is meant to learn. It's almost like you healed them or you learned them very quickly, and so then you kind of had to then create new lessons for yourself to learn. But so it was like you leveled up spiritually, and it may have to do with romantic relationships. Look at that, we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, see. And I do feel like it's like being with someone who's completely different than what you expected. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That could be you. It's like being with someone who is completely different than what you were expecting. Not your typical match, right? Because that's Pentacles and fire. Not to say that they can't be a good match, but like usually you would see, you know, two of the same suit and you would say, oh, that's a match, right? Because they're the same suit. So the moon, so we have the full moon coming up, right? That's what we're doing this reading on, but it's about subconscious energy. And the Four of Pentacles is about I've heard holding something sacred, like, because I see her holding this purse. I feel like it's holding yourself sacred. I dropped the moon card and I don't want to grab it, sorry. You trust me that it's there. I feel like it just kicks me out of channeling sometimes. So when this relationship comes through, it may be like you really have to see how maybe you guarded yourself, and maybe that's what this full moon's bringing up, is like you have to choose it you have to keep choosing this path that is kind of scary because you weren't expecting. It's like your soul wasn't expecting to go down this path. Strange. Yeah, judgment. See, a new you emerging. You're leveling up. It's like you are okay, to put it in terms that makes sense, is like, I'm feeling like Archangel Metatron. So all of the archangels, I don't believe they were ever like humans, right, on Earth. They were just angels. And I don't really know the story of archangels as much. I'm not going to try to get into it. But Archangel Metatron, if you don't know anything about him, he was the only one that actually lived a life here on Earth. And then it was like he did so well that he was graduated, to archangeldom, and he became an archangel. But he was meant to do that because what he now is able to do and does for people is he's the bridge between Earth and the spiritual realm, because he can connect with both worlds, right? So I'm giving that as an example. I'm not saying you're going to be an archangel or whatever it is, but it is almost like you're reaching that level of achievement and recognition from the spirit realms, that you're doing so well in all the lessons that you're learning here on Earth, that you're basically just creating whatever it is you want going forward in terms of lessons, and you don't necessarily have any more lessons to learn, almost like difficult lessons. High Priestess, see? Six of Wands, see that recognition? I was just feeling it. But this may stress you out a lot. It's like so even if you didn't know you were meant to do this, it's like you're being shown this now in terms of like, this is who you're supposed to be. Maybe you're supposed to be some kind of spiritual teacher, spiritual mentor. You're supposed to be someone who has knowledge and wisdom to share. That is the High Priestess. And the Hierophant, excuse me, that came out. Oh my gosh, throat chakra stuff's happening right now. So there's a fear of you stepping into this role and being recognized for the gifts that you have, the wisdom that you have, because you're almost like, who am I to tell people this? Who am I to, it's like, but you do, and this is what you're meant to do, because this is just what you were meant to do. There's nothing else to say. But you feel, it's not like, I don't want to say it's guilt. It's more of like, I guess maybe it is guilt. It's like, I don't want, what is it? It feels like a burden. See, the Ten of Wands. I think it's more so the burden of other people's opinions. You're worried about how other people are going to perceive you. Come on, hold on. The King of Swords. See, about communication. I'm telling you, there's something about needing to communicate with people, or it's like through your words. This is how you're going to be delivering messages, like downloads. What do they call them? Transmissions. The Hanged Man. Seeing something from a new perspective. The Eight of Swords. Getting out of your head. Seven of Swords. Lies. What is this about? Page of Cups. It's almost like you're wanting to go back to how it was before. It's like the overwhelm of responsibility is causing you to doubt yourself, to get stuck in your head. You're trying to see, and so like you are also learning how to see things from a new perspective. The Hermit. This is you like being the wise sage. That's what the Hermit is. And the Seven of Cups. This is like, you can have whatever it is you want. So you can choose to step into this energy or not. Although I do feel like your soul is telling you this is the path now. You have the chance and the ability to walk this path that is more holy, more sacred, more where you're going to have more reverence. Like, people are going to have reverence for you. You're going to be more sovereign. You're not going to be easily manipulated or controlled. Anything you speak and say, speak and say is the same thing. Anything you think and speak and take action on is going to happen for you. Like, you're getting like green lights everywhere. That is scary for you though, because there's also this element of like, but you also are going to be in this teaching position to where you're going to help other people, and they're going to come to you for advice, for sage counsel. You may even be, you know, putting yourself out there on the internet or with large groups of people. You're going to make an impact somehow on other people, large amounts of people. But of course, you can choose not to do that as well. I think that's the message, but you feel this and you know you're stepping in that direction. But right now what you're dealing with is like imposter syndrome, feeling, yeah, like who am I to be this person? It's like you can't question anymore. It's almost like you're getting to this place around the full moon of like, this is just who I am and this is just what I'm meant to do, and you're going to stop questioning it and things are just going to start happening for you. So we have Akasha, and if you know, Akashic records are like every record of everything you've ever been through, I think is what that is, and everyone's ever been through. It's like you have access to that, but it also says your guidance is divinely guided. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. See, you're devoting yourself to what your heart calls you to do, which is to be of service and to do these things that I already talked about, to help people spiritually. You're not going to be able to deny it. Things are going to keep coming up into your path, and eventually you are going to see that your human self and mind is keeping you weighed down and stuck in these, like, it's not worth it to be stressed anymore. It's not worth it to question myself anymore, right? I just have to step into this role. Take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. This also feels like meditate. Take a break and meditate. You'll get answers. Look at that, the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? See, you're clinging on to these self-limiting beliefs, these human beliefs that you're afraid of how other people are going to view you. All right, I'm just going to leave it there. This is an interesting reading. Let me know in the comments if it resonated for you. Like and share and subscribe, please, if you haven't done so already. If you'd like your own reading with me, you can click on the link below. If you would like to check out my Etsy shop, I sell journals and mugs and stickers on there. You can check out that link. Check out that through the link below. I also have an oracle deck that I created that is available for pre-order. Another link is down there. It answers specific timing questions and yes and no questions. If you have any questions, please email me. Happy full moon. I love you guys so much.